Reading April 5th, 2017. I gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. A few months out of the incubator, this cooing, dreaming poet, supine in my crib, couldn't turn over as my bro grew irater, belting me through the bars in his angry bib. To strike a lyric impulse born of joy may twist it into a worse little boy. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. If I turned mean early, I'd no chance to really live, who showed newer bros such perfidy, but I lightened up when they appeared to forgive, seeing me draw Dad's rages haplessly. He sometimes whipped his sons in his drunken ire. I liked to take him swimming through fancy's fire. My bros came down to the basement one day, told me no more Flash Gordon would we play. They'd let Dad talk me into studying tech. He said imagination was imaginary dreck. So for sci-fi novels alone in their room, my playmates left me in the basement gloom. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel anymore blues. My new co-star was my friend from the street. At improv play, interpreting TV, our concerted inspirations fed hilarity. So I naturally figured it'd be real neat to have him meet my flame since kindergarten. Wider liking him instead, me so disheartened. I started a fight in which he got beat. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. My dad, mostly gone, moved us thrice in succession. Huge old houses, some ghetto neighborhood, where black or white bullies at their discretion on the street or in class beat up stunned me good. My kid brothers, though, didn't take defeat so hard, but fought him to a standstill in our front yard. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. How could I have thought, if I'd become who I was born and had folks who shared the spirit of lyrical romance, to have merited so roundly all my peers' epic scorn? A brash pacifism was identity's best chance. Won a sympathetic friend who'd help me keep track of bully maneuvers. I think he was black. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. Since math test days, not my essay ones, won my father's praise. His tuition funds went to Schroeder Bros when we left high school. Dad made me, though, feel like a fool, saying good sons go to college, bullies never will. So I had to join the service for the GI Bill. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. Recruiter promised language school out in Monterey. I signed my enlistment papers that very day. But down in basic training, drill instructor told me no. Recruiting sergeant's promises you can just throw in the shit can. You're mine now, you know. In our 2-week clerk schools where you're gonna go. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. My colonel math prof from our isolated base told his airman A student confidingly my civilian English prof was a queer disgrace, though he lit up many a dark stanza for me. When for pushing Air Force pencils my desire lost its clout, they gave me a court-martial and an early out. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. You gotta grow side-biz brains so smart. You really can't grow a mind with heart. So after discharge I buckled down for A's in math, made my brothers frown. Then I changed my courses to the English I espouse, and my bros and ma kicked me out of the house. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. Drove out west where tuition was cheap, got waylaid into a Getty hippie commune, where free love proved a vow you couldn't keep. Go on to tuna and jealous nymphs who glom you and your artist pal. Mine starved to duck the draft, and when I mentioned college, the girls just laughed. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reading, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. Had to use the GI Bill, though protests swept through town. I quit my drugs and smokes to try another way. With clerical and classwork's endless sitting down, I jogged, skate, or cycle miles every other day. After work hours of dummy down on weed to revive me for lectures on creativity. 3 years on, art student and gutter snipe. In interesting times I found him seldom ripe to take off work to meet with profs after class. or have an affair with some accommodating lass. Only work days, then study for honor roll, nights full of silence as the riots take their toll. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. Some hooker take me home to meet her mother. They treat me with warm deference and regard, but frequently they had one absent brother and son. To speak of him was always hard. So how that summer could I check where he was at? Just join the poor some night, fight back, that's that. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. Girls at the office may suspect a college man, like classmate girls who see that he must work. Incredibly though, either place, a fellow can probably get lucky whose flirtation doesn't shirk. Since strapped for time and cash with mere technique, I sometimes found a lover for an evening or a week. My black sheepskin is sent by snail mail. They save the ceremonies for grads who don't hit cops. Times changing, school job prospects fail, but civil service wants you if your test scores tops. Humanities scholars toiling far afield, so happy for a gig that makes us nothing but well-heeled. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel anymore blues. Out of desperation, but idyllically, as I seemed to have tuition benefits left, I took some manuscripts to the university, onto a prof's desk, a stack of them to heft. With my low GPA, I didn't think he'd give a damn, but his letter was my ticket to the grad program. I was 2 more years in full-time academe with low-pay part-time desk work again when the government cut off the money stream, so I dropped out, shipped out with lonely men on a 12-month voyage in the Merchant Marine. Then I made it back to the campus scene. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel anymore blues. My friends, our girls, and my hippie menage once lent this monkey scholar Casanova panache, whose sporadic lovers now made such a sparse collage that I took a logic course and impressed a babe, by gosh. But when I had somehow caught, though a cute singer's eye, and they ran into each other, I was 2 girls shy. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel anymore blues. When you discharge and rap sheet trump also the MA, that's another year of classes and some loan wins you. They'll take you 8 years at clerk's wages to repay, since Fed jobs aren't PC enough now ever to pursue. All claim as young men the title of master, in keeping which archetypes court total disaster. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. The only right or privilege my parchment confers that isn't cancelled out by my follies and crimes is this eternal youth the credential ensures. But you get that without school, using just the rhymes. Avoid the shame and disrespect, years of study getting horny, where hard dreams come true easy out in sunny California. Gotta keep on feeling even when it leaves me reeling, 'cause I can't just not feel any more blues. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. I signed up. They had me type. Left, right, halt, sit, copy, board. Ordered drop your pants in the early room 'cause my unlaundered uniform smelled ripe. I gave in. My confidence shook until now, just look. Office factotums of keyboard everywhere. Screens and computers tied on. Seeing it happen, I've been so floored. My inaction caused all this gloom and wage slaves to the 1%. Oh, my poor colleagues on whom I should fawn. My collusion was without intent. It's all my fault. I saw it coming. What the media's trying to do to us besides entertain and inform, unbecoming to show graphic scenes. They make such a fuss of psychic or physical sexual mayhem or torture delivered in the cinema, then on TV. Bought up home videos of groin accidents to them is fare that's preferred by us citizenry with a musical track. To those screens that desensitize their power divide, I admit I'm the one who kept silently watching, so I must apologize. With positive passions, more our kind of fun, I thought I was gracious in showing some ruth, but I had forgotten that beauty is truth. I must claim the fault, suspected we're fated. The lies were there, should have extrapolated. The equal chance of happiness we're told we get, one behind the ears, we're still quite wet, becomes the need to toil for subsistence wage. The nice policeman they say kids should trust gives karate chop pat-downs, backroom outrage. Not protection or service, but a torture bust. As in families, infants, sibling empathy. In society, populist sympathy. And later those arrested in the protests we see are put up against the wall by the powers that be. I'm the one who didn't hold free love together. in a world of possessiveness and jealousy. No, my buddy and I couldn't be sure whether our girls, having ravished us thoroughly, couldn't just up and do the same for another. And when we asked him, heard him agree that my buddy and I could be that other. Ah, we four had commitment and variety till the draft wrote my friend, and he grew quite thin. So, since one of our girls had an aunt who could cover their expenses till his fourth deferment came in, they left. 4 people, each with just one lover, living as couples, an estrangement sin. When school, which cancelled band and art long since, to stop phys ed, the double lunch hour tries, and overeating children make their parents wince, blame me. To sedentary stresses wise, I couldn't my co-desk workers convince them balm for our discomfort is exercise. 'Twas sitting, class and office, 16 hours a day inspired my half-hour morning jogs, not my own insights energizing powers. Workouts are epicures and stoic togs. Arduous aerobics are invigorating fun to free spirits from weariness that mind had become. I couldn't make it obvious to everyone. Leadership. The marionneteers of capital who pull our strings behind the scenes to drain our strength can't sap it all, said the puppet with the shears in his jeans. Inspiration. When wine country tried my sanity like a nestless bird with a clear-cut tree, I came to the city for humanity and a new inspiration for poetry. The inbound bus was my ship of fools. Out its window I tossed my last pack of cools. I vowed I'd make till the day I die the breath of life my only high, which now was augmented to my cost by the unavoidability of car exhaust. Reconsider. With adolescent dreams we bury so much of human nature too. When youthful premonitions scary bring mundane fortune into view. Though by the water's edge lay a myriad of sphere-cut gem pebbles in their milky way out of the bay, the party-colored night sun's trebles, and each colored flare in its bowl throbs with a star-eyed soul. Snapshots of moth. Here we are on the day we thought we'd visit the horses, and went to the post. That's me, leaping along the tops of them. Here I am gliding downhill toward an intersection, making a sudden right turn off the toe stop of my skate to avoid slamming into a crossing semi. These are the new class of SSI benefit authorizers, bachelors to doctors who couldn't find work in their fields, chairs in an oval. Behind the desk at one end stands the head of the Western Division. And now stand in my turn, stating name, college, field of study, creative writing, at which he laughs. The only pursuit to get that reaction. Here I am skating downhill again, where the sidewalk suddenly ends. That's me bounding along on my toe stops, miraculously avoiding a fracture. Aside, isn't it nice when instead of being the dupe of a bunch of perverse businessmen who like to throw battle royales between you and your brothers, you can sublimate your vengeance in some nice risky sport? These photos are 2 graduation ceremonies. SF State 75, UCB 84. Your poetry major wasn't invited. That working student couldn't attend. Units delayed, a technicality, no gown for him or any hood, no traipse across the stage with his peers. This is when I infiltrated another biker gang. That's me on the back of Joe's bike, 70 miles per hour on the freeway. He's trying to shove me off, so I belt him in the shoulder. I got him back though later on, and I taught him how to roller skate. One of the real joys of ghetto living is you get to contend with forces that would warp you into things not necessarily good for art, and not necessarily good for you personally, catapulting you into circumstances requiring that you do and become something you're personally inherently not, and making you attain a desperate adeptness, but suspiciously traceable to variously epic motivations, not lyric ones. Motivations are epic if there is some connection to deliberate inhumanity of man toward man. There are owners of vast industrial empires, automotive, agribucks, long conglomerating, accreting, modernizing, burgeoning, mechanizing. If they discover that their processes, aerosol, car exhaust, insecticide, fertilizer, when these moguls finally realize that their immense efficiency systems to maximize personal profit while minimizing work are causing species die-off, global warming, wage-slave anguish, feedings of citizen helplessness in the land of the free, what must they do? Should our land be one of countrymen who respect, not exploit one another? A land ruled by uncompromised representatives doing only what really would most benefit all the constituency they promised to represent? Should it be a land for peoples realizing their best dreams, pursuing our most inclusive happiness? But now the heads of industry do finally know the depredations their systems cause their fellow Earthlings planet. When the owners still do not hang a closed sign on those plants, then the injuries they cause become intentional. Their business becomes their weapon, their means of deliberately causing injury. There is more than enough of the epic in these signs of our times for any romantic ideal of lyric staves, of sun-drenched lunchtime picnic, of organic farmer bicyclists. We are not wanting for a soupçon of randomness, but only for equality, and the fostering of rights and freedoms, and a sure, swift mechanism whereby powers may be returned to the people when those to whom they have been entrusted abuse them.